Great selling Saturday, everyone. Hope you're doing fantastic. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, in with our Selling Saturday edition of 15 Minutes to Mastery, episode number 276 of our 15 Minutes to Mastery. You know what's amazing? Yesterday, I was clearing up the 15 Minutes to Mastery log that we've got, and there's over 89 hours of content in this thing. Crazy. 89 hours, and we're 30 days away from our 1 year anniversary of having started 15 Minutes to Mastery. Every day we come in here 7 days a week to get you some information, inspiration, some motivation to get your day going on the right foot, because we know that you need it. We know that life comes at you hard, and we want to get you just a little bit of great info to spark that day going after it. And today on Saturdays, we know it's all about the sale. We know it's all about getting after new business. And that's why we bring you a message that is specific to that. And today we're talking about empowering your clients. You hear us talk about, use that word so much: empowerment, empathy. Empowerment and empathy. You must empower your clients to make a decision on day one. And we're going to discuss how you can get that done. But I love this quote from Rhonda Hicks that says, empowered people aren't concerned about competing with anyone. They are busy empowering others. We're going to talk about that here at the end. Empowered people. Are you an empowered person? Because if you are, you're not going to be worried about what everyone else is doing. You're going to be worried about empowering your clients. But first, it starts with you. But let's get into this. What does it mean to empower someone? How do you empower someone to make a decision? And you have to be very clear on this. You have to understand exactly what empowerment is all about. And that's providing them the information that they need. We're going to speak specifically about your clients. Oh, by the way, I'm out live and about right now because I brought my two youngest sons to their training, agility, speed, and agility training. So that's why I'm out here. But like I said, we never skip a day. But getting back to it, empowering means that you're providing them the information that they need. You're clearing any sort of doubts that they have in their head, and being able to eliminate uncertainties. You have to understand this. Each and every one of your clients who walk in the door, whether you had an appointment with them or not, walk-in's the same thing. They're all coming in to make a decision. They all want to buy, and they think they can buy, and they want to make the decision to buy a home. They want to buy, or they think they can buy. So they don't show up at your location. They don't call your office if they're not truly wanting to buy a home. Doesn't mean they're going to, doesn't mean that they can. We're just saying they want to make the decision to buy a home. But it's up to you to understand that they all have their doubts. They're all uncertain about certain things that have to do with either the buying process or the homes, or how they can even make it happen. Maybe they don't have property to place it on. Maybe they're looking at communities and not sure what the difference is between communities and the companies that own them, right? So there's a lot of questions, a lot of doubts, a lot of uncertainties that you, my friends, need to be able to clear up for them. And if you want to have them make a decision on day one, you need to do it on day one. Too many housing consultants out there believe that people are going to think about it. The only reason they have to think about it, and I can't use both hands for the quote because I'm holding the laptop with the other one, is the only reason that they have to go and do that and go think about it is because you left either doubt, uncertainty, or didn't answer all the questions they had. So it is so important that you provide that knowledge, that confidence. You give them the resources they need on day one to be able to make that decision. And remember, they're looking at investing $50, $75, $100, $150, $200,000 or more on a home. And do you really think you're going to be able to get them to get it done, or get them to make a decision on day one when you greet them at the door, maybe spend a couple minutes in the lobby and then walk right out to go show homes? I'm afraid to tell you that the answer to that, my friends, is no. So it's about creating an environment where your clients truly feel that they are in control, that they are confident about their choices, right? And so that means you're providing them that information about the homes, about the financing, about the placement of the homes, about your company, and you, so many of you do not even take the moment to figure out why you're even doing what you're doing, much less are they going to understand that you want them to think of you as a consultant, yet you do nothing on your behalf to prove that you are a consultant, as opposed to the salesperson that they see you as when they first walk in the door. So you have to provide them information about the product, about the company, about the financing, about everything goes involved. More importantly, you, because you are the person they are saying yes or no to. They don't say it to the company. They don't walk in the lobby and say, "Hey, so and so company, we're ready to buy. We're going to buy." They tell you as their housing consultant. So you need to make sure that they understand your role, how you're going to help, why you're there, and why it's best that they partner with you, right? And by doing so, you provide them that confidence, the support throughout the process that day. You must have it in your mind. It must be your mentality, your desire to get the business done on day one. And if you have that, you're going to do these things because you're going to understand, man, buying a home is it's a complex deal for these folks. You do it each and every day. You're in the environment daily. That's why to us, when we're on the sales side of things, we just think, man, it's not a big deal. It's this and that. We're going to get some paper. We're going to submit the application. We're going to get the house built. You think it's so easy because you do it day in and day out. The majority of your clients do not. They don't. So to them, it is a huge deal. And that's why I tell you, you have to get out of your own values, your own way of thinking, and put yourself in their shoes. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? And what may be those things that get in the way, right? Because your customers need to be empowered, because to them, it is a very complex situation. And truly it is. There's so much involved in it. We just do it so often, like I said, that we're accustomed to it, right? So we've got to be able to help them through that. And when you do that, you also eliminate the stigma and the concern and everything that may come with the fact that they're actually considering purchasing a manufactured home. And when you do that, you're going to build the trust and the credibility that you need for them to have in you and in your company and in your product. Because when you don't prioritize their interests by taking the time to inform them, eliminate doubt, and clear on insecurities, well, then they don't think that you are operating for anyone except yourself. And that creates the issue. That is why so many of your customers tell you they need to think about it. They need to go talk to so-and-so, whatever it is, other than making a decision they came in to make in the first place. You have to keep that in mind. They're coming in to buy a home. They want to buy a home. Don't tell yourself anything else except for the fact that anyone who calls in, reaches out online, or walks in the door wants to buy a home. So if you can empower them, now you're going to eliminate their need to slow down. You're going to eliminate their excuse me, their paralysis in making a decision. So take the time to empower these people so that you can get the point across, right? And the other point, before we get into our top 5 ways to get that done, is you have to understand this. Your mindset trumps everything. Whatever you believe to be true is true. And so one of the best pieces of advice that I can give you, and it's not in our top 5, but it should be. And that's why I'm going to mention it now before we get into it. You want people that make decisions on day one. You want your clients that come in to see you, the people that are calling you, to be those people that make decisions on day one. You, my friends, need to be people who make decisions on day one. Because whatever you are, whatever you put out into the universe, that's what you're going to get back. If you get a ton of people that are indecisive, don't decide, they tell you they need to think about it, that's because you are that kind of person. Because that is the only way that you would allow for a client, a potential home buyer that you know can buy, that you have the right home, that it's within their budget. The only reason you would let them easily go and think about it without truly helping them reason and understand that they should make the decision now is because you're the type of person who doesn't make decisions on day one, because you're indecisive, because you don't take action. So you become that type of person. Now, when you hear that from people, when you think about it, to you, it won't compute. You'll kind of be like surprised at the fact that they would even say that, because you don't understand how that works. And so with that, you do not allow them to just tell you that. And then, well, here's my card. Thank you very much. Let me know. When can I follow up? When do you think you're going to be able to speak to your spouse? And then move on to the next. When you become the type of person that makes decisions on day one, you'll get more clients who make decisions on day one. And I know that that's what you're after. But what are the top 5 ways, besides you becoming that type of person, what are the top 5 ways that you can get your clients to make decisions on day one? Well, first of all, it starts with you being empowered. In order for you to empower others, you must be empowered. In order for you to be able to provide the information they need, eliminate all doubts and uncertainties, you need to be a person who has all the information, that has no doubts, that is certain about everything that you do. So what that means is, if you're not confident enough to carry out your sales process, your phone calls, your marketing, everything that's involved in what you do, if you're not able to do it in a confident manner, in a way that just is natural, it flows because it's what you believe, you need to work on that first. And the only way that you're truly going to take the time and make it important, significant for you to actually learn this, master it throughout the years that you're in your career, is by caring. It starts with empathy. You truly have to care about what it is that you do. You have to care more about these people that we're serving than yourself, and understanding that they need you. You may have just started a week ago, a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. You still don't have it all. I understand that. It's going to take time. Don't get my message right here mixed up and thinking that, well, I need to learn everything before I actually start taking action. No. All I'm telling you need to learn daily. You need to continue to improve daily. I am over 15 years in the manufactured home industry alone. 31 years in housing. I started in the housing industry in 1993, folks. So I've got over 31 years in this industry. Started in site build homes, moved into manufactured homes. And to this day, I still learn daily. Even if it's 10, 15 minutes, take something, learn it, master it, so that you can then empower others, because you have that information. It's part of you. So it starts right there. Because once you know that and have that, you're going to be able to provide that clear and important information that they need. We mentioned it, right? They need the information. They need to eliminate all doubt, and you need to be able to take care of any uncertainties that they have. The only way you're going to be able to do that is by providing them clear and important information that they need. And the only way that you're going to know what they need is by asking questions and listening actively. Don't listen to respond, listen to understand, because in what they're saying and what they're not saying, you'll be able to pick up on the information that they need, on the doubts that they have, on those insecurities that are controlling their decision-making process at the time. So ask questions, dig deep. Don't just blow through this and get through it. You're not going to be able to convert that. It happens every so often because that person probably shopped at 10 different places and been looking forever and researched everything. They just knew what they wanted, and that's it. But that is very few and far between. the majority, over 90% of your customers, clients, potential home buyers need you to slow down and get them that information. And it takes asking those questions and then actively listening to understand, not to respond. The next thing you need to do is simplify the buying process. You know it's simple. You've been doing it for a while, however long it's been. So you understand the ins and outs, or some of them, depending on your tenure, right? But to that home buyer, the majority of us in manufactured home industry are still dealing with first-time buyers, or maybe it's their second time or their first time buying a manufactured home. So you need to simplify the buying process. A lot of them don't understand the differences between a conventional real estate mortgage and a home-only property loan, or home-only, yes, property loan, a mortgage loan for only the home. And you need to be able to understand those, the ins and outs, move through them, help them understand the difference in rates and terms and why there are those differences. And by doing so, it helps ease those nerves, removes those uncertainties that they have, right? And lastly, take your time with everyone. You need to commit 30 to 45 minutes with someone when you have, whether it's a walk-in or an appointment you set. If somebody comes to your office and they come and they sit in front of you, you mentally have to commit the next 30 to 45 minutes to finding out about them, connecting with them, building that rapport, and then asking those questions, right? Like we mentioned, explaining to them about your company, about you, helping them understand the differences between your company and you and anyone else out there, and helping them understand why you're there, not just to be a salesperson, but to be their consultant. And then from there, finding out what it is that they need, why they need it, what they're looking for, what are their must-haves, what are some of their wants, and especially what is the budget. And my friends, that kind of information gathering is not going to be done in 5 to 10 minutes. And that's why I tell you, you need to commit to everyone that sits in front of you that they're going to get a minimum of 30 to 45 minutes from you. And in that time, you'll be able to differentiate between a buyer and a potential buyer that may need some help, may need to do some things to either credit or with their job or their income, whatever it may be. And you help them, you give them information, you show them a house, and you let them go on their way. But when you take that time, you'll know if you have a real buyer that you now truly want to invest the rest of that time in taking them through the homes that are going to fit their wants and that are going to fit their needs and most of their wants, and most importantly, keep them in their budget so that you can ask for the business in a manner that you can expect the answer to be yes, because you truly empowered them. But it means you're taking your time and not rushing through it, not meeting them in the lobby and then pushing them right out the door to go show homes because you think that there is where they're going to make their decision. They're making their decision, they're making up their mind in your office before you go show them homes, because they've got questions, they've got doubts, they've got uncertainties. You, my friends, need to take the time to take care of those before going out and showing homes. If you could do those things, especially today on a Saturday, I promise you, your closing percentage will shoot through the roof. You'll be more confident. You'll be more empowered. You'll help so many more people. And that's what it's all about. So today, if your day is full of appointments, fantastic. Take that time, commit those 30 to 45 minutes to each one of them. Minimum. You wind up selling them, it's a 3, 4, 5 hour deal, right? Minimum, everyone gets 30 to 45 minutes. But if you don't have appointments, get on the phones. It's Saturday. It's selling Saturday. You should have 4 to 5 appointments lined up. All right? Get on out there. Make it a great selling Saturday. And if there's any way that we can help you out here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, or if you and your team would like to spend some time on a Zoom call, on a phone call, to be able to get some information that may help take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level, that's what we're here to do. Have a great selling Saturday. We'll be back in here tomorrow for our Sunday recharge. But until then, folks, as always, I can't wait to meet you. Go get it, baby.